What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to Backtrack Cinema. My name is Jason, and you're watching Backtrack Cinema retro channel, mostly dealing with horror, action, 70s, 80s, and 90s. And we are watching Critters today from 1986, uh, a classic, if you ask me. And I got Bryan Lomax with me, who is a big fan of this movie. And so, if you guys want to watch along, feel free, or you can watch my little screen that you guys see there. You can follow along pretty easily with that. So, Bryan, how are you?
I'm good, mate. Yeah, Critters. I don't think there's many people on this planet who can say that Critters is a formative movie for them, but I am that person.
Me too. I mean, I remember watching it young as a kid, been watching it ever since. Really? I mean, I got to brush up on all the movies, and I do not want to watch the latest one because I heard it was so bad.
Yeah.
So
I've stricken it from the record. It does not exist. There are 4 Critters movies, and I will not be convinced otherwise.
so skip that one, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just want to see everyone. Super chat 99. That's that pounds. That must
That's
be pounds.
Euros.
Oh, euros. Okay.
Yep.
99-cent euros. Thank you so much, Sean Sheridan. And we got Steph Skittles 7713 says Critters. Good times.
Damn straight.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. It is a good time. So. Yeah, so we are going to start this very soon, guys. It's 2 in the afternoon for me, probably 7:05ish in
That's it. Dead on.
across the pond.
Yeah.
Across the pond. If you guys want to see me school my good friend and channel member Clayton from Ages of Film later at 8 o'clock tonight on his channel, I'm going to show him the true ranking of the Rambo. And mine's not true, really, but still, he's
truer. It's truer.
He's smoking some serious crack or pot or whatever he's on. I have to adjust that. So if you like Rambo, come join us at 8.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make a post later, everyone, after this. So yeah, so we're just gonna get it rolling, guys. And Bryan, I'm just gonna count down from 5, and when I say play, let's play the movie. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. There we go. Okay.
New Line Cinema. I said this to you before we went on. It is just a joke, guys. Don't take it too seriously. But I like to say New Line Cinema, the house that Critters built. If you know, you know.
I got some cool facts here. The physical design of the critters was loosely inspired by the Tasmanian Devil from Looney Tunes.
That makes sense. I can see it.
Now, Stephen Herrick went on to direct Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, The
Mr.
Mighty
Holland's
Ducks.
Opus. Yeah.
Mr. Holland's Opus, I like. I actually really like that movie. I'm somewhat of a musician, so I kind of really liked it as a teenager.
Yeah. I feel like in some ways he's, in his mind, becomes somewhat too good for Critters, because I know that him and the writer and maybe one of the producers, whatever, they all went film school together, and they were looking to do a film with each other, and I can't remember exactly how they decided, but they essentially flipped a coin to see who was going to direct. And yeah, Herrick won out on that one. And but the script for this was actually written before Gremlins came out. So anyone who says that this is just a Gremlins ripoff, sorry to correct you on that. You're wrong. It undoubtedly exists because of the success of Gremlins, but the script was floating around for a long time before Gremlins had its success.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like people who come back, who've never watch it for the first time. That is like, I don't think they can get past this part here. Like this,
Yeah,
it is a budget sequence, but if you were to remake this movie now, you could do something really cool. with all this.
Yeah. Yeah, the special effects are hokey. They're more like something out of Red Dwarf, really, or Blake Seven, Buck Rogers, something like that. But I watched this as a kid, and I was just all in. The special effects just didn't matter to me. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the cheesiness of it. I like the simplicity of it. It's just a very, very simple plot. Bunch of monsters escape from space prison. Bounty hunters go to Earth to track them down and find them at a farmyard where the family there is fighting for their lives. That's it. That's the movie in a nutshell. You can write it on a postage stamp, but I just think the pacing on it is fantastic. You know, it doesn't overstay its welcome, doesn't drag anywhere. I honestly think if you gave this a really proper modern day budget, but didn't change the script, literally just redid the script with a modern day budget, I think you could do something pretty special with it.
So would you make it scary or would you keep it fun?
I'd keep it fun. I think it has
Yeah.
to be. I think that's what Critters is. It's just
Yeah.
yeah, to mess with that and just to try and turn it into a straight up horror. I think you're missing something. Um, all four movies have had a comedy element to them, and I think that's part of the character of the Critters.
Steph says Critters, good times. She says I'd watch along, but it's spring cleaning time and I don't want to deal with that. I hear you. And she said, "Did you say Rambo?" Yes, Rambo tonight, 8 p.m. on Ages of Film. I'll post this channel. Clayton's a good guy. He's got some bold opinions, but he's a good guy. I'll say that. And he's almost at 1,000 subs, so if we can push him back past that, guys, it'd be awesome. Davey, what's on? What's up, buddy? Davey Deathray. He streams a lot. You guys all know Davey. Davey, you can do polls right inside StreamYard now. By the way, I just posted the poll through StreamYard, which is a nice feature now. Do you guys prefer Gremlins or Critters? I posted a poll, so we'll see.
Critters.
Oh, Dee Wallace, I got to meet her.
Yeah.
And I talked to her mostly about Cujo because I love that performance so much.
Yeah.
And she was telling me that your body doesn't know it's acting. So she was hospitalized after Cujo because it thought she was actually in duress and everything, the body, but even though she was acting.
Man.
And it was pretty fascinating talking to her about that performance. She goes, "Yeah, still my favorite performance." Like,
yeah, she's who I think of when I think of. Like, I know, like when people say like Scream Queens and stuff like that, everyone goes to like Jamie Lee Curtis and stuff. But Dee Wallace was just in so many horror movies from the 80s that stick in my mind, and even like non-horror movies, like, you know, genre films like E.T. and whatnot. It's just, yeah.
I just watched that last week, so we're on a Dee Wallace on the channel. I watched it, and I was telling my chat, I've never connected emotionally with E.T. I don't know what it is about the movie. I like the movie, cinematography and everything, but I just don't get the tears and everything at the end. I can't connect with the movie for some reason.
Yeah.
Even as a kid, I couldn't.
Like, I remember as a kid being really upset during the bit where they find E.T. and he's gone all white. I have a distinct memory of being upset during that part as a kid, but then watching the film as an adult, I think a little bit like you, I've kind of grown apart from it, where I'm like, okay, I appreciate it. It's a film I appreciate, but I'm kind of like, you know, Spielberg's done so much better, so many more better films.
Now, a lot of things people don't talk about this movie. I have never reviewed it, but I'm going to actually do a double review later in the summer with Night of the Creeps. I'm going to do like a dual review. But I like how the kids have to take care of the parents in this. How this kid, somewhat bratty, somewhat seems immature, and then he steps up and takes care of the parents. And I think that's what, if you're going to get anything underneath the surface of this movie, I think that's what you get. You get these children growing up fast.
It's a very 80s model.
Yeah.
Like I did a thing on my channel ages ago. It was like a just a little uh, documentary type thing where I did it. It was just about this particular subgenre of horror with little monsters. So in the 80s you had like Gremlins, you had Ghoulies, you had Puppet Master,
Mm.
Dolls. All that there was like a whole string of movies that were in this kind of subgenre, and they're all essentially about the same thing, which is families surviving a threat, usually in suburbia, and it usually is about the kids fearing the loss of their parents and stepping up, or the parents fearing the loss of the kids and stepping up. And yeah, this is no different. This is one of the earlier ones out of the whole kind of bunch that set them off, but there is a particular pattern they follow. But it's just that's all it's about, really. If you want to know what Critters is about, it's about family. It's about a family, ordinary, everyday family, not perfect. They bicker, they fight, but they love each other, and their relationship is put to the test by throwing these little wild space aliens in the midst of them and seeing how they cope with it.
Yeah, they're vicious little guys, man. I tell you, vicious
Mm,
things. Um, we just got Lynn Shay appearing, of course, Robert Shay's sister, I
yeah.
believe. I forget the sheriff's name here, but he's in everything. Big time character actor back in the day.
Yeah,
Everything.
he was in Blood Simple, wasn't he? The Coen Brothers debut. I think he's been in a couple of Coen Brothers films, but certainly that one.
This guy, this drunk's kind of a goofy character. It's funny.
Mm. It's ridiculous that he goes, "Oh, you've not seen Crits 3 and 4, have you?"
Mm,
So he
not
basically
yet.
becomes the star. So
Oh,
he becomes
okay.
the main character. Which okay, that's partly what drops 3 and 4 for me. I like the fact that the kid is the main guy. And this dude as well, the deputy sheriff, he plays Neelix in Star Trek Voyager.
That's right. That is. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I watched Voyager a lot.
Hmm.
I can't believe Linda Hamilton auditioned for Captain Janeway. I would have took her on a heartbeat, like especially at that time.
Yeah.
That she would have been perfect at that time.
Yeah. I'd like to see that audition tape because she must have been on an off day to have not got it. Because you're
Well,
telling me Sarah Connor can't be commander of a starship?
well, I might have a little insight to that because I don't talk about this very much, but my dad's first cousin is Michael Ironside. So
Ah,
they wanted Mike to be the captain because they saw what he did in Sequest. So they
right.
wanted a male captain, and he like the suit was fitted for him. Everything was a go.
Mm.
And from what Mike says, the last minute they went with female, and Q, the actor who played Q, Kate
John
Mulgrew
Delancey.
was his neighbor, and he
Ah,
got
okay.
her in the door. And then Mike was, and Mike, the way my dad said it, he was upset. He said I could have had the whole family set up for life, like just like everybody, like just
Yeah,
because it would have been replayed and replayed
yeah,
and all that kind of stuff. So, but I think would have been great too, as if they were going, but they wanted a female captain last minute or something like that. I think she's an awful captain personally. I've never liked
yeah.
her.
It's just something about her just rubs me the wrong way. But
Get
my
out,
my brother
Jeff.
my brother's a big Michael Ironside fan, so you can pass that on. My brother
Get
met him
out.
actually. My brother paid to go and see him at a convention once. So
Yeah,
yeah.
he never did that before. He's just been doing that recently.
Mm.
I've been seeing him. A lot of people I talk to who really like him have said, "Hey, Jason, I met your cousin." I go, "How is he?" Tell him I said hi. um, I actually have only met myself only maybe 5 times in my life,
Right.
like only at big family functions. My sister
Yeah.
knows him quite well though. My sister has actually communicated with him a lot. So,
Wow.
but Jeff, you're like older than me. If you've never seen this movie, wow, you gotta get on it, buddy.
So great. See,
This is
these
fun.
special effects are pretty good. I know it's like, I mean, that's good. I like how the
Yeah.
face comes together. That's pretty, on a measly budget, they've done pretty
It,
well there.
it reminds me of another movie. There's another movie that kind of does that.
All right.
Is it Nightmare on Elm Street 4 when Freddy comes back to life? They're kind of doing the same effect,
Oh, right. Okay.
right?
The fact that it's mixed in with this proper cheesy 80s rock music video, it's like crappy MTV style music video. It's just, I mean, look at that hair. That's nothing says 80s like that hair.
I wonder if these guys ever run into a predator before.
I would pay to see that movie. A Critters Predator crossover. Yes, please.
You could almost cross over anything with predator because they're hunters. They're galactic hunters. So
I would pay good money for that. Oh, what a fan film. Just make that as a fan film, someone.
this old man working hard on his farm. This kid's just getting into trouble. Good.
I didn't see him for years. He did these two Critters movies and then just kind of disappeared. And then all of a sudden just randomly popped up on ER.
I know him from Mystery Alaska.
I don't know
movie.
what that is.
It's a hockey movie.
Right.
It's about a town in Alaska that gets the opportunity. It's Rocky with hockey that gets the opportunity to play.
Hockey.
Yeah, to play the New York Rangers, and he is one of the hockey players in it. And Russell Crowe is the captain of the hockey team.
Right. Rocky.
Yeah, it's one of the early Russell Crowe films.
Oh, Russell Crowe is in it.
Yeah, he's the captain of the team
because he's with Russell Crowe in Robin Hood.
Oh, okay.
He plays one of the merry men in Robin Hood. Although they don't call him the merry men in that film because they're going for realism.
Of course, Billy Zane's in this too.
Yeah,
this you guys. I know Billy Zane from Sniper. I always liked that movie with Tom Berenger and Billy Zane.
That's one of my brothers. You and my brother would get on like a house on fire. All these movies you tend to watch and talk about on your channel. It's basically my brother's Blu-ray and DVD collection. So I grew up in a house with those playing every Saturday. My mum and dad would go out to shops, pick up the food shop, and I'd have to sit there in the house listening to this noise coming out of my brother's room. And it just felt like nearly every film was like, "You killed my brother, you son of a bitch." It's like the story was the same in all of them.
It's like people who watch the people who watch any slasher movie. It doesn't matter how bad it is.
Yeah.
I'm like that with action movies. Yeah. It wouldn't. You could give me the worst Dolph Lundgren movie, and I'd probably get somewhat of an enjoyment out of
it. That's a condition, actually, that man.
I got a recording with Jack tomorrow on Casino Royale, so I have to watch it tonight. I got to brush up on it.
Yeah. You've
seen it before,
watching, though, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I think it's a perfect film. Wink, wink. Same. So,
yeah. Not to give the game away. I'm gonna say I just gotta grab my dog because she's over in the corner making a racket.
Okay, no worries. Oh, we got Gory Tiger in the house. What's happening, Gory? Thank you for dropping in, buddy. Says, what's up? So we got the dad going off on the kid here because he's getting into trouble, fake and sick. I love D. Wallace, man.
Yeah.
Cody Snyder says, "Power of the night. Streets are calling, stealing from the light. Shadows crawl."
Power of the night.
I like how they make him look like this famous rock star, and I think that's just funny.
He does appear in all four Critters films as well. All four of them.
I
Every
need to
every
rewatch them.
single Critters movie. Everyone that exists.
Well, this movie knows exactly what it is. It's like with
Yeah.
everything, some goofiness, but it's supposed to be fun. I think as long as you stick to your tone, that's all I care. Like I for the most part, I like a consistent tone, unless you're going for you're changing the balance of the tone a bit, and some directors
Yeah.
really pull that off, and some don't.
Yeah.
But
I just so I got the Arrow box set of this, and Stephen Herrick doesn't appear anywhere in it, which I was kind of gutted about because I'm like, has he kind of shunned this film or like distancing himself from it or what? Because
like Kevin Bacon from Friday the 13th.
Yeah. It's just, but it's not like, you know what I mean? It's not this terrible thing that doesn't have a fan base, and it's not badly made. It's a quality film as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it's I like it.
It's better than Gremlins.
I watch it more than Gremlins. I
Mm.
think I got.
Oh,
I don't know. I just think I watched Gremlins so much as a kid too, though.
uh,
And it's more of a Christmas movie for me. It's something more I watched closer to Christmas. It's not a Christmas movie, but
Gremlins has the better production design. I'll grant it that it's got more money thrown at it.
yeah,
But in terms of structure and pacing, it just doesn't make sense. It throws these half-assed rules out at the start. It's like, don't feed them after midnight. It's like, well, okay, like just exactly how much time after midnight? Because technically any time of the day is after midnight. And does it depend on the time code, the area? You know, like if I jump, yeah, the rules just don't make sense.
it was supposed to be a darker story too. It was supposed to be like a real serious horror movie,
Right.
but you can tell from some of the scenes, like when she tells the story about her dad breaking his neck, that like the tension just ramps up there.
Yeah.
What's going on, Jamie? Let me guess, you saw this in the theater. Jamie Hart has seen everything in the theater when she was growing up. It's funny.
Oh, Billy Zane, you're gonna cop it. You're gonna cop it in more ways than one.
The smirk on this kid's room is just. There's supposed to be an ET poster in the house somewhere.
All right.
In the background, if you look, apparently.
Okay. It's the links, in it. You go from Spielberg to D. Wallace through E.T. So from E.T. to this, because D. Wallace connects them both. And then Gremlins is like, well, that's Spielberg as well. And there's a connection there. It's just the 80s, man. It's like, it is that 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon thing.
The laser blast sound effect from the critter ship is the same sound as the AT walkers from Empire Strikes Back.
Ah. Has he got Springsteen on his wall there? Yeah. The police.
Although critics would consider it a moderate box office success, grossing $13.2 million on a $3 million budget. So if you take that into consideration, that's 5 times it.
Yeah,
that's actually not bad.
Yeah, four and a bit times its budget. That's not to be sneezed at. Most film companies would absolutely be delighted for that level of return.
I didn't know this. David Towie got his first writing credit on Critters 2. He would go on to create the Riddick franchise with Vin Diesel.
Let's just say Critters 2 is the best thing he ever did.
And Gene Siskel and Robert Ebert gave this movie 2 thumbs up.
Right.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. They've got good taste.
Yeah, I like them. I like watching them go at it because sometimes they
Yeah,
disagree. You watch the old clippings.
yeah.
Like one of them loved Silver Bullet, the other didn't. It was kind of funny
Oh,
watching
right.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's that's one of my favorite. Well, it's my favorite werewolf film. I love that flick. But
Yeah, I like Silver Bullet. I only saw it a couple of years ago when they
yeah, I
did
was like
the.
surprised. I was like, oh, what's Bryan gonna think of this movie? Is he gonna
Yeah.
think it's campy or what? There he is. Clayton says, "What's up, freaks? I smashed the like button for you. Thanks. I will school you later, my friend." I heard that Bryan hates this movie and franchise. Yeah.
Yeah, just a casual Critters fan.
This is
I
almost
just,
Close Encounters like here.
mm,
The
I
road.
just like, I like the setting. I like this town. This is the kind of town I'd like to live in.
All my ancestors are from England.
Are they?
Yep.
Ah,
My cousin, well, so my dad's mom's side, my cousin dated back the family to the 1600s.
right.
And one of the family names is Passmore, and it says because they lived past the moors. So, and then they came over to the U.S., but they were Empire loyalists. So then they moved up to Canada.
Sorry, I just paused there. I just find that moment hilarious when Dee Wallace, she's the mum, she's taking a bit of time to herself, reading a book, and then Johnny Steele comes on the TV and catches her eye, and you see her looking up twice, and she's like, "Oh, this Johnny Steele's a bit of all right." Well, yeah, that just cracks me up. Yeah, she's proper into it. Oh, she's turned the channel. Yeah, go on, your family.
Yeah, they were Empire United loyalists, and then they came up to Canada.
Wow.
So during the American Revolution, they weren't having any part of it. They were like, "Nah, we're loyal to you." Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I have someone who wants me to review The Patriot. I'm like, no, I don't think I want to. You won't like what I have to say. Like you will not, because I'm a big history person, and there's so many people who distort history that I just can't.
That film's really distorted.
Yeah. I heard the British wanted an apology after that movie come out. Like I could see why. I was like I don't mind stretching the truth when you're doing something like Braveheart to tell a story.
Yeah.
But that was just getting ridiculous for me.
Yeah.
I was just like Clayton says typically I would pick Critters over Gremlins, but just for the sake of pissing Bryan off, I'll choose Gremlins.
Screw you. Is he the one who's cocked that up? Is he the one who's gone cocked up that pole? Right. Well, just for that. You miserable little ingrate. Where are we? Where is it? Where's the pole?
Is it not there?
It's not.
It's showing on my screen, so.
It's not showing on mine.
Jamie says The Patriot is a masterpiece, though. It's not meant to be historical. It's a great story. Well, if I look at it as he's a patriot to his family, I can see what you're saying. And Heath Ledger is in it.
So, it's a solid 3-star film, like most of Roland Emmerich's output. So
now I am a fan of Stargate. I do really like that movie. I always have.
No, not for me. No. That one. I still think his best film is Independence Day. That's the only one of his I'd give a 4-star rating. But pretty much across the board, he's hitting around a 3.5 on a good day.
Universal Soldier is the right answer.
Yeah, Universal Soldier is my second favorite from him. Okay, so I will give you Universal Soldier. If you want to put that above Independence Day, I won't blame you.
No, it was Jamie. I voted for Gremlins. It was me.
Oh.
There's supposed to be a third one coming out. Unless it's just rumors. they're supposed to be working on a third one.
A third Independence Day.
No, Gremlin. Sorry.
Oh, great. Oh, they've been talking that for years, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, this poll ain't showing up for me, man. That's bizarre.
Well, I did it through StreamYard, so maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it's a,
Yeah, but I've got the
there's votes on it. So
yeah, I've got the YouTube tab up. So bizarre one. I wonder if it's because I came to the YouTube video through the Facebook link.
these things are hungry as hell. Critters. Oh, Jamie says the vote you have to put a 1 or 2 in the chat.
Oh, that's how you have to do it. Okay, let's have a look. So, what is it? 1. Okay, so 1 for Gremlins, 2 for Critters.
There, I voted too.
let me have a look at that.
Oh, that's why people are just putting numbers in. Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, I get it.
Who's just gonna mess that up? Screw you, Clayton. Screw you. Can you do multiple votes? Is that just keep an eye on it? If I put another 2 in, is it going to put a?
Oh, it's 50-50 now.
Shocking. Guys, what are you doing?
Tell your friends all to come over to the chat right now. Get more people, everyone, and then we'll settle this.
Shocking. Too much Gremlins love going on here.
Yeah, Neelix, he was a good character in Voyager. I can see in his face here now. That is
Yeah.
Neelix. Jamie says triple voting isn't fair. Oh. Apparently the guy who did the voices for the critters, they designed it half French, half Japanese. That's what they're speaking, apparently. Like they're mixing it together. I just hear I always remember when it rolls into the toilet as a kid. I don't know why that stuck to me, but
yeah, because it's funny. Sometimes I feel like the POV shot is a bit too high. They need to get it a bit lower down.
you broke a dish, D.
So I used to come home from so like basically my thing with this film is that I remember seeing the poster of the video on the video cover back in the rental stores, but was never really allowed to get it or never had the opportunity to kind of get it.
Okay.
Because we didn't have a VCR for the longest time. We got one in 1988. That was the first time we had a VCR, and the first video we rented ever was Ghostbusters, first Ghostbusters. And then not too shortly after, our parents gave me and my brothers a tape. So we had one tape each, and we could take what we wanted on that tape. That was our tape. You stick to your tape, and then don't mess anybody else's tape. If you want something taping, sort it out. And I remember this coming on the TV, so I set it, recorded it. And that was in like 1989, early 1989 or mid 1989, I think. And then that was it. I just watched it every day when I got home from school. Like that year, all I watched was just Critters. I was like, I was literally about 9 or 10 years old. I just every day I just watched Critters. Um, so I must have seen this film about 80 times during that time that I had it on cassette when I taped it off the TV.
Yeah, my mom used to tape movies off something called First Choice, so it just played movies.
Mm,
And she used to, I mean, that's how she would watch horror movies. My dad was never into horror. My dad's a sci-fi, Western,
yeah.
he liked Clint Eastwood and John Wayne, or he does like Clint Eastwood and John Wayne. He like sci-fi. Um, that's how I got exposed to Blade Runner. My dad just watched my dad watching it, but I could never follow it as a kid. Still now, I watch it now. I'm like, this movie is deep, man. You really, it's a thinker's movie. You really have to be focused and not on your phone watching it, like, or no distractions. But and my mom liked mafia, like mom liked Pacino and horror films. But so she would watch stuff like this, and that's how I was so exposed to it all the time.
Clayton says Blade Runner is a masterpiece, but we know he likes Blade Runner 2049 even more.
I do.
I do. That's...
I was watching something on they used Blade Runner 2049 as an example for blocking and all that, like filmmaking stuff, and where Ryan Gosling's in Robin, what's her name? Robin Wright's
Wright Penn.
Yeah, Robin Wright Penn's office, and just how they do the establishing shot and then this shot, that shot. It's this perfect example of basically Buddy's a master. They look at that film, it's beautifully shot. Like, I've actually only seen it once, and I remember liking it more than the first one, so I need to rewatch it though.
Flawless.
I loved it. I thought it was good, but I love how the hell you say his name? Dennis Villeneuve. Yeah, I all his movies. I think Sicario is my favorite, but I like all his films.
Yeah. It's like my least favorite of his is still a really good film. So,
what a sweet doggy, Jamie says.
This is Cara Pickle.
Jamie says I saw Ghostbusters in the theater summer of '84. I was 11. Great memory. Yeah, we watched that so many times as a kid. I watched all these movies as a kid a lot, but I might have wore out. Speaking of, like Clayton tonight, I wore out Rambo 2 on videotape, but I watched First Blood just as much. First Blood was always on.
First Blood's so much better than Rambo 2. I'm sorry, but it is. It's not even close. Here we go. First full-on look at the critter. Yeah.
This is Clayton's world right here, being an exterminator, man. Going in and taking out the rats. Clayton.
Oh, man. I would not want that job.
No, me neither. I can't stand rats and mice. Oh, my God. That's a pretty good effect here. He's trying to get this thing off and bleeding. Well, as long as you don't get the gremlins wet, you're cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, these things, I don't know. They get bigger, actually.
Yeah. He's just whacking it with a hammer. It's great. I just love that they're so well equipped.
Yeah.
Like they can fire darts at you. They've got massive teeth that can chew through anything in seconds. They grow. That's one thing that I wish they'd utilized. I would say more, but even just again in any of the sequels, the fact that these things grow the more they
Yeah.
eat. But they don't utilize that in any of the other films. This is literally the only one where you get a critter that grows.
And that was the freaky part. I remember as a kid, anyways, like when he grew, I was like, oh my god, this thing's getting massive. And
Yeah,
this must have been from, was this from Critters 2 or this one where the they're all in a ball and they're rolling
yeah,
and then it's
that's
just bones?
Critters too. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Daniel Garcia welcomes us. Balls that ate humans. Yeah. Oh, Buddy's gonna get an identity now.
Yeah, I love how he changes the identity, but he keeps the scar in
Yeah.
because they literally just copy what they see. So that's funny.
I like when they start blowing up their house and everything.
Yeah,
They go into the church and they
the explosion at the end of this, when they really like they proper go to town on that house.
yeah.
It's a really nice explosion. I do love a satisfying, fiery, combustible explosion. I think one of my favourites has to be from Mask of Zorro at the end.
Jason, don't let Bryan talk you into this buffoonery of saying First Blood is better than Part 2. Oh, don't worry. I got my ammo ready for you tonight, buddy. I just don't get me wrong. Like, I love all the movies. I'm like the way you guys are with Batman. I like the way I'm with Rambo. And until I saw Bryan's review, I couldn't argue with him. When I saw you talk about Rambo 2, I couldn't really argue with it. And like the director, I just did a recording of Cobra this morning with for my podcast, and George P. Cosmatos, he doesn't direct anything. Tombstone, there was a silent director. Cobra, Stallone pretty much was calling the shots. Rambo 2, Stallone's calling the shots. So it's like, now as far as I heard James Cameron say, he said, I pretty much wrote the action sequences.
Yeah.
In Rambo 2, Stallone did all the politics stuff.
Yeah.
A lot. But if you actually read Rambo 2, the novel, it starts with him in a mental hospital, like in a hospital, and actually very aliens like. It's more like, so you see what James Cameron was going for. I would have loved to seen a Rambo 2 version that was complete James Cameron. That would have been pretty.
Yeah, that'd be a much better film. Billy Zane getting eaten. Yeah. Goodbye, Billy.
Yeah. We're gonna have fun tonight, Clayton. The old pitchfork.
I just love them. I love the critters. It's like the design of them. They're great. Yeah. They're like little mutant hedgehogs.
Anything with teeth like that, you're like, okay, I'm staying away from this thing. It has teeth for a reason. It's like a little shark, right?
That thing needs to eat.
It's a good lighting here, Bryan. These night shots. There's nice blue light, like that Dean Cundy. I know it's not Dean Cundy, but kind of like that Halloween blue lighting, as everyone calls it. And when I was a kid, a Rottweiler attacked my sister, like jumped on her. And all I did is react. All I did, I know people, but I was protecting my sister. That we had a baseball bat. I just came up and I just gave it a little whack to get off her. And then the cops come because it was the neighbor's dog, and these people were beating it apparently because this guy beat his wife. Our neighbor was beating his wife all the time.
Yeah,
it attacked the cop. It bit the cop's hand, and the cop took it out right there.
It's like dogs are made that way. They don't have those temperaments naturally. People will say it's the breed, but that's not the case. A certain type of person gets a certain type of breed, and that's why the breed ends up getting the reputation. But it's the people who own them, not the dogs themselves. I was attacked by a Doberman when I was a kid. I was running with a bunch of friends. We were having a race. As soon as we set off, this Doberman saw us running, and that was it. It just made a beeline for me. Just sunk its claw right into my back and pulled me down. And thankfully they pulled it off before it did any more damage, but I was like bricking it.
Daniel Garcia says, "I love the shape shifting alien bounty hunters. Yeah, they're great. They
Yeah,
could almost have their own movie. To be honest, like
yeah, yeah.
they're gonna come blow the church up. How small this place is.
But I generally don't tend to like humor in movies, particularly horror movies. That's directed at the church and at church folk, and is clearly kind of taking a jab. But I have to admit, I find this scene funny. Just
We were at church one night, my wife and I, and they were putting a comedic show on. So they had a guest. She was a Christian singer, but she was a comedian. So she
right,
did her routine there, and she did like kind of like Christian humor. It was actually quite funny.
right.
Um, our pastor set it up and everything like that. And um, but yeah, you're right. Like as a teenager, I still to this day I don't want Dogma is not for me. Like I'm sorry,
No,
I know what it's
no.
going for, but it's too offensive for me. Like
Yeah, I find that the jokes tend to be really disparaging, but they also come from a place of not actually understanding the very thing that they're being disparaging about.
yeah.
And they feel that way about it because they're looking at it through the wrong lens. So, but yeah, that's just me.
I loved your Moana. My kid loves Moana, and when
Yeah,
you dissected it, I never looked at it through that lens. When I watch it
yeah,
about the whole Christianity aspect, and
mm,
Moana's going out looking for
yeah,
her people and all that, and I thought, oh, that was fat. So because my son really likes that one, the first movie anyway. Well, he likes the
yeah.
second one too. I thought the second one was just okay, but
Yeah, no, I won't watch the second one again. I took my kids to see. I was looking forward to it because Moana's my favorite Disney film. Yeah, I'm not a massive Disney guy personally, but like that and Encanto, absolutely love. Both of those films have really great kind of Christian symbolism and thematics in them. But yeah, Moana loved it, and then the second one just totally dropped the ball. It's just so
they
so
just went for more.
average.
Yeah, they just went for more of a entertaining
Yeah,
kind of thing for it. But Danielle says the film where Billy Zane is dinner, pretty much. I just might, Clayton, since I've already watched two D Wallace films now, I might do Cujo now and The Howling. He says, Jason, you're gonna do a watch party of The Howling.
I didn't know Dee Wallace was in the latest Jeepers Creepers.
Was she
I
really?
was Yeah, right at the beginning. I started watching it just the other night on one of those free kind of, is it Tubi, or it might not be Tubi, it might be the other one that I can't remember the name of, but at Plex maybe, I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe, yeah.
But I started watching it. I don't know why. I don't know why I decided that would be a good idea, but
This
I'm
cost
sure.
this cost me a fortune because I had to order this from the UK because they didn't have
Oh
it here.
wow, yeah,
I can't play it, but I like the cover and she signed it to
yeah.
Jason Bite Me. It's a really good, but I wanted this cover.
Mm.
They didn't sell it here. So
Oh, man.
yeah.
Yeah, it's great. They do some really nice sets over here. I think Arrow and Eureka and particular like Second Sight in particular do really good stuff. Um,
And then June, I'm taking my son to the convention. He wants to see the Batmobiles that are going to have the Keaton Batmobile and the Batman Begins Batmobile,
oh,
both of them. So I want to get pictures of them.
yeah,
And they're doing an Aliens reunion and a Jason Lives reunion. So Michael Bihn's going to be there. What's her name? Who plays Vasquez? Jeanette Goldstein.
yeah, Jeanette
Yeah.
Goldstein.
She'll be there, and the guy who played Frost, is it Vasquez is what's his name?
Yeah, he was in. He's been
He's
in the
really
X
pale.
Files, and he's been
Yeah, yeah,
in. He was in
yeah.
Shawshank
Mark Rolston,
Redemption.
I think. Is it Mark
Yeah,
Rolston?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, he's in Shawshank Redemption, wasn't he? He's the
yeah.
really dodgy guy in Shawshank.
So they got a few guests there, but it should be fun time. But and there's Ninja Turtle stuff there. My son really likes Ninja Turtles too.
Right.
So
Has he seen the animated movie for the Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
no, but I should show it to him.
Yeah, I've shown it to my kids. They love it. So. I really want to drive. I want to drive all the Batmobiles. That'd be on my bucket list. I've driven the '66 Batmobile around a track. I'd love to drive the Tumbler from Batman Begins. That'd be like, yeah, sign me up for that.
I mean, he's not going to be into any of the guests, but I told him I'll give you some shopping money. So if there's anything cool you want to get, but he just liked the idea of the Batmobile and the Ninja Turtle van's going to be there. And I was in the Back to the Future car, and it's small. But it was cool. It's small though.
The DeLorean.
Yeah, the DeLorean. It was fun. In the Supernatural car. I don't know if you ever watched Supernatural, but
yeah,
it's like an old classic muscle car.
Yeah, I ducked out after the 5th season. It started getting a bit stupid by season 5.
You know what, Brian? Stop at the 5th season. That's the series to me.
Yeah.
I mean, he took Lucifer, put him in the cage, sacrificed everything for his brother. Like, that was it. Yeah. What else is there to say? Like,
that's where it should have ended. Yeah. I just think it got stupid after that, so I pulled out. This, I love that. Oh, F-bomb from the critter. Oh,
that's funny, man.
You're slightly behind on me, slightly behind. But yeah.
A question for Brian. Recently went through all the Ridley Scott movies. I have not seen a handful of his more not great movies. And I think Tony Scott was more consistent with quality.
I think it's easier to be consistent with quality when you've done a third the amount of films as your brother. Like Ridley Scott did 12 movies. Sorry, Tony Scott did 12 movies. Ridley Scott's done over 30. He's done like 30 odd movies. So, yeah.
Don't pass up on White Squall, everyone. Great.
White Squall's a great film. I love White Squall. It's one of his most underrated movies. I think when Ridley Scott is at his best, he's better than Tony Scott at his best. Is what I'd say. I just think Ridley Scott's like a shark. I think he feels like if he just stops moving, he's just going to die. So,
like Eastwood.
Yeah. I mean, how Eastwood is still directing movies, man, and not even. It's not like there's a loss of quality due to his age. He's still like, I watched Juror Number 2 fairly recently. That's a good film, man. It's a good take on the old 12 Angry Men thing, and it's just like, the dude is in his 90s. He should not be making movies of that quality.
But yeah, he's got an incredible filmography, and apparently the way he likes to direct too, he's very much like 1-2 takes. He doesn't feel the need for 60 takes like some directors.
Yeah,
he just gets in there and gets out. He says, "No, it was good."
There's a great Matt Damon story when Matt Damon was on a Clint Eastwood film. It was the rugby one. I can't remember the name of it, but he like Eastwood yells, like says cut. He's got it, and then Damon goes over and he's like, "Hey man, I just I think I could probably do better. Shall we do it? Do you want to do another?" And Eastwood just goes, "So, do you want to waste my time?" And he's like, "No." And he's like, "Then let's move on. We got it." It's just like, yeah, he knows what he wants. He doesn't ass around like fanning about, getting 50 takes to get it. He knows what he wants. He gets it, and that's it. He moves out.
Hey Carrie, what's going on? Just says popping in to say hey. Clayton says I love White Squall. That ranked high for me on our Ridley Scott filmography ranking. Yeah, those were all pretty good. I liked it. Oh my god, I love Juror 2. That was so good. Is Kiefer Sutherland in that one? Juror 2? Or is it another? He was in
Juror
some.
2. Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, Keith Sutherland. He plays. He's like he's the. So he goes to see a because he was a drunk, wasn't he? So he has a like a sponsor kind of thing, and Keith Sutherland plays his sponsor.
Ridley Scott, I will say, he's Steven Spielberg level on his game, but boy, is he a lot of not great. Exodus Kings and Gods, I watched for the first time. I'm not religious and thought it was terrible. I wasn't big on that movie either, to be
Yeah,
honest. But
that. I'll. Yeah, it's it's not great. It's a terrible biblical movie.
yeah,
It's an entertaining fairy tale if you just treat it as a non-religious movie. But if in terms of a biblical adaptation, it's absolutely bloody terrible. Same with Noah, Darren Aronofsky's
I
Noah.
I
Again,
didn't like it either.
if you come to Noah just as like I'm not treating this as a biblical movie, it's just some kind of fantasy tale, then I can enjoy it. But as far as a biblical adaptation goes, it's absolutely piss poor.
These bounty hunters are so entertaining.
Mm. I love how one of them has now made himself look like Charlie.
This guy was in Missing in Action with Chuck Norris. This guy here, for sure.
Chuck Norris. It's bizarre because I've I think I've seen one Chuck Norris movie, and that's only because it's Expendables 2. So like he pops up in
Oh,
that.
I don't
But
think. I don't know if you're gonna like. You probably won't like. None of it's really plot driven, but Coda Silence. He plays Eddie Kuzak, who's a cop.
hmm.
Now that movie was supposed to be a Dirty Harry film in the
Okay.
original beginning, and then we got what was the fourth one he did? Sudden Death.
Sudden
Not,
death, yeah.
no,
No,
Sudden Impact.
yeah, sudden impact.
And so Chuck Norris plays a cop who they're on a sting operation and all that, and there's an older cop who plants evidence, and he's just too old to be on the force, and Chuck Norris wants him off, and so all the cops are loyal to this older cop and not to Chuck Norris. So there's a bit of a they're all staying silent, code of
Right.
silence, right?
Okay.
And he's
Yeah.
basically on his own because no one will back him. I think you'll if you're gonna get any story, I think that's the one to watch.
Okay.
Um, I'm a Lone Wolf McQuade fan, big time. Now it's very Sergio Leone
Yeah.
like. It's
Yeah.
very it's
You sent me a scene from that the other day.
yeah
I was just
yeah
like, that was so cheesy, man.
yeah. That fight stuck to me ever since I was a kid. I was like,
Again,
but
it's just it's one my brother had watched. It's just like, yeah.
but I as far as like he did Missing in Action before Rambo 2 anyway. And Missing in Action, they filmed 1 and 2 at the same time, but 2 wasn't the better movie they thought, so they put out 1, and then 2 goes back at the past of what happened to him in Vietnam.
Oh, okay.
And Chuck Norris, his brother was a missing POW who was killed in Vietnam, and those kind of like an ode to his brother.
So, like I said, I mean, I've not watched any of his movies, but I did read. I can't remember who the book was by, but it was all about the '80s action superstars. So, and it really follows the journey of each of their careers. So you got Chuck Norris, Steven Seagal, Arnie, Sly, Bruce Willis, and so all that kind of crowd. And the book just follows each of their careers over these chapters. Really big book, but Chuck Norris is really the only one in that when you read it who comes off looking like not an egotistical prick.
Well, yeah, he said in an interview that Hollywood is he got wrapped into the Hollywood thing for a while, and then he met his wife, and she brought him back
Yeah.
to Christianity and to God and everything. And then And even like Sly, he's been so humbled over the years.
Yeah.
You see him now. You can see that he's. I like what Sly says. He goes, um, oh, what does he say? Time is your greatest currency.
Hmm.
Like you just don't have enough time. Like he said, I would
Yeah.
go off and do shoots, and the family would be you're away from
Yeah.
your family and everything. You so much regret you can tell he has, and he goes from for what for this one. Like,
Yeah.
so
That's something I decided quite a while back because I was heading down a TV path, and it just once I got married, it's like it's just you feel that thing creeping in where you could go off and have a career, but what do you have to show for it by the end of it if your family all hates you and you don't know them and you
yeah.
don't know your kids? So yeah.
Yeah, like I have a huge script I'm working on right now that's more like a mini series, like a
Mm.
6 episode. I could never make it. It would be
Uh,
it's way too much money. I don't have the means to it, but I would like to get it finished and maybe do like an audio commentary, like maybe just get some actors doing voiceover for it
but
and just put
yeah,
images, maybe get an artist to do me up a
yeah,
bunch of and that'll be fine. If anyone
yeah.
reads it, fine. If someone wants to do it, if I was ever lucky enough,
Mm.
go ahead. Like, but yeah, I
I,
do like the writing. I've been putting scripts together and outlines, and I really like that process.
I
I
had the
find
idea
dialogue the
of
hardest to write though, because I'm
oh
like,
yeah,
how would this
dialogue's a pain
character
in the ass.
talk? Not me talking. How does the character talk? Like, that's
Yeah,
that's where I'm like,
I had the idea a while back because I wrote this Batman script, and I was like, how could I get this? It was intended to be like an animated Batman movie. I was like, how could I get this scene? And I thought it's not all that expensive to have books printed these days. You can literally self-publish and get books printed. And just like with movies, as long as you're not making any money off them, you could just call it fan fiction. So I was thinking like I'd get like 1,000 copies made up of my script, get a couple of artists who'd be willing to do images to go in it to accompany it, and then just hand it out at a convention. Go to a convention and just see if it gets any traction. If if people get it, if they talk about it, and like yeah, just anything you write, even if it doesn't get made, you just want people to see it, don't you? You
yeah,
want
yeah,
just
yeah. Well, mine's based on it's funny enough. I wrote this. I was writing it before I saw Sinners,
mm,
and when I saw all the blue stuff in Sinners and all that, I go, oh, "This is kind of like what I'm writing," but not exactly the same though. It's much different. But it's but I have a few. Like I have a few ideas like for certain things, but um, I got like 5 different Terminator ones. Like I think they could go 5 different directions with that thing, and I'm just like, why don't they? But
I love the Terminator franchise. It's just a shame it's just not kind of survived.
I
Terminator
think they
one
got to
and
make it
two.
scary again. I think they got to go
Yeah,
back and make it really,
yeah,
really scary again.
yeah. So even the second one's got some pretty gnarly bits in it, like with the
Yeah,
T-1000's arm through the guy's head. Like,
yeah. Clayton says that's one reason I love Ten Commandments. They actually put forth the effort to maintain integrity to the biblical account of the Exodus story.
yeah,
My dad likes that one.
yeah.
Um, Sean says, I'm not religious or really religious, but I know the Moses story, and I thought this could be a great movie adaptation. But Exodus, Kings, and Gods is so bad at the adaptation, acting, everything.
Yeah.
I just don't. I remember it being so lifeless. So I just don't remember it hardly.
The thing that always annoys me with the Moses, whenever they adapt the Moses story, is they always leave out Aaron. Because like the whole point is Moses isn't the. It's not about Moses. He isn't the central figure in the story. God is the central figure in the story. and Moses doesn't have the bottle to go and speak to Pharaoh, and God's got to keep on giving concessions to him in order to get him to go. And it's like, and one of those concessions is that Aaron actually goes and speaks for him. So Moses relays the information to Aaron, and then Aaron is the one who says it to Pharaoh. And it's like, the whole point is that it's like Moses isn't this big action hero character, which they always make him out to be in these movies, where he's just like, but that's Hollywood. They have to make him a central figure. It's all about him, and it's his hero's journey.
Yeah.
It's like, he's not the hero of the story.
Sean says, on the actual topic, Critters, I've not watched it for a long time, but as a low-budget creature feature, I enjoy the movie, particularly the family dynamic. Yeah, that's what it is. That's the heart of it.
Yeah.
Like, look at these little bastards, man. They're just...
Look at it. It's just... there's just something about the fact that you know these things are puppets. Somebody's got... Oh, there's the E.T.
There's the E.T. doll.
The E.T. doll, yeah. Bites the E.T. head off.
Thank you again, Sean, for another 99-cent euro. Appreciate it very much, man.
It's literally people's hands up these puppets' asses doing it. And there we go. You see this big version of the critter. Like if they did a modern version of Critters, I think you'd have to lean into that. The fact that they grow a bit more, right? Really lean into that. So by the end of the film, you've got all these monstrous, like huge critters running around or rolling around.
I like the idea of that we talked about, the Krites and the Predators, because if you had 100 Krites, man, you could see them rolling right over a Predator maybe, and you just get a bunch of bones.
Yeah.
I bet you'd be better than AVP. That's for sure.
But that's the thing with Critters. It's not that they're so tough on their own, although they are still quite formidable because of those darts and stuff. It's the fact that once they're all together and they swarm you, that's what makes them such a threat, I think.
Kind of like the Xenomorph when you get so many of them, right? But they're formidable on their own. But,
yeah, I mean, I would not like to go up against just one Xenomorph, quite frankly.
The Deep Cut Podcast, welcome. So what's up, guys?
Hey.
There's the big hand. He's growing. I think Dee Wallace has screamed so well. She's so believable when she's yelling and screaming and there they go. This is the toilet scene, I think. There you go. Green goop. Maybe I'm on an island, but I do think a more horror-focused remake of Critters would work, eliminate the comedy elements, but that's me. It could. I don't know. I mean,
I just feel like the charm of the Critters comes from the fact that this was the gateway for me for horror in general. And I think it's because as a kid, it didn't scare me too much. It was more of a fun kind of roller coaster ride, and I just think that's the way to stick to it. These guys, they just love blowing stuff up.
Yeah,
it's like they don't take any chances. No chances taken. Just straight in, blow some stuff up. Let's go. I love how they get them to turn around corners.
Clayton says, I feel like Dee Wallace was in every 80s horror film that featured a mom. She was. I'm surprised she wasn't in Gremlins, but that was an older kid, so she would have looked, I think, a little bit too young to be the mother of
she was the go-to mom in 80s movies.
Yeah. I call her everybody's mom in the 80s. So I like to call her. I'm honestly a big fan of Cujo. I know a lot of people find it slow, but I always
No, I
felt
like Cujo. It's just that is again, Cujo's like one of my. Like it doesn't quite hold up as much as an adult as it did as a kid, but I still do really like it. But I remember that film so vividly as a kid,
me
just
too.
scaring the
Yep.
crap out of me. Just the fact that that dog turned and became so mindlessly vicious. It's just like, yeah, it is quite a horrific idea.
Me and my wife were watching Primate, which is basically a chimpanzee with Cujo.
So I just seen those little critter legs flapping in the toilet,
Yeah,
trying to get down. It's like, ah. I've not seen Primate. I don't think.
it's
Is
like a
that
chimpanzee with Cujo.
uh
It's a chimpanzee who gets rabies, right?
okay?
That's what my son saw us watching it. Um, and then my wife said you should put the Ape trilogy on for Colton. And so that
Yeah,
we binged, and he loved it. He likes Rise the most, and he
yeah.
likes
So it's
he,
surprising. Most people tend to go for Dawn, don't they?
yeah. Dawn's my favorite, but
Yeah,
that's
it's
just me.
mine too.
And he
Mine too.
he lost interest in Kingdom. He because he didn't like the characters as much, but
Right.
it kind of grew on him while he was watching it.
Yeah. I loved Kingdom. I thought it was great.
Little Rubber Monsters and a Kid led definitely helped, man. It's a total getaway flick, perfect for kids, but serious enough for adults. Yeah. Um, I thought she was great in Howling. Yep, best scream ever at the end. The end is great, except for the look of her when she turns into like a Bambi thing. I personally prefer The Man's Best Friend and Devil Dog, Hound of Hell as dog horror films over Cujo. Never even heard of those movies,
Is
so that
man's
says it
best
all.
friend? Oh, is man's best friend the one with Lance Henriksen?
That rings a bell, kind of.
I think that's the one with Lance Henriksen. Just correct me on that one, Clayton, if I'm wrong.
The Deep Cut podcast says Primate was fun. Everyone makes terrible decisions, but it's good, dumb fun. Basically, yeah. Well, that's what I was telling my wife when I was watching it. The concept is scarier than a dog, a chimpanzee, because they're
Hmm.
so powerful. But
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
as scary as Cujo while I'm watching it. Maybe
Right.
it's nostalgia though, right? It's
Yeah. Is Primate fairly new?
it's last year I think.
It's not the one by Perkins, is it? That
No,
thing.
no, that's Monkey. Is that Monkey Shines?
Oh yeah, yeah, Monkish.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No, this is just I don't know who directed this one, but it's very gory though.
Right.
Like there's a lot. There's actually very good kills in it. If people go for these things for kills, it had really good kills. But Deep Cut's right. It's they do make stupid decisions, and
Size of this critter now.
freaking lights blinking on his gun. It's got a hydraulic thing where it kind of shoot, shoot.
It's great. This looks like a giant toilet roll.
Now, given the fact this movie is 40 years old, everybody, it I think it holds up particularly well.
I do. Again, I think it's mostly just because it's simple. It doesn't overstretch its means. Like, you know, they've got a limited budget and they tell a story that works well within the confines of that budget. Keep it simple.
I'm wondering, I've noticed a lot of this, like 80s movies were 90 minutes, maybe an hour and 45 minutes because they were dealing with film then and it would cost more. I wonder if because
Mm-hmm.
things are digital now, they can afford the
Yeah.
run times a little bit longer. But
Mm.
I know you had you've talked about, people throw this word pacing out
Yeah,
and stuff like that. For me, if you are want to grab your phone, if you're at the 2 hour mark and you're
yeah,
you're losing interest in character,
yeah.
I think there's I think you got to analyze how much are you really liking the characters opposed to the pacing of it. Because Die Hard is like a 2 hour and 10 minute movie, but it doesn't feel like that.
No, but again, that's pacing as well, though. It's
Yeah.
like there's nothing wasted. That's the thing. It's like if you can take something out and the film wouldn't miss it, then that's a bad pacing issue because it's just like it's just there for the sake of being there. And I do feel sometimes that so many movies are just like they're 2 hours because the studio has mandated that they need a 2 hour movie, and it's like, guys, if you've told your story at an hour and 20, then let your movie be an hour and 20. If you
Yeah.
need 3 hours to tell your story, then by all means have those 3 hours.
I think Nolan's one of the few guys who makes super long movies, but makes them
Mm,
feel like you're engaged the whole time. At least all the ones
yeah,
I've seen so far.
yeah.
So I'm even a fan of Dunkirk. I gave it like a 4.5 out of 5. I thought it was
I
great.
love
Like,
Dunkirk. It's one of my favorite war movies. I just think it's great. You know me, I'm not a Nolan fanboy or anything, but just
I think The Prestige is my favorite though. I was just floored by that movie.
mm,
Just floored me how
yeah,
good it was and how he was telling you what was going to happen with the three tricks, and then you realize,
yeah,
oh, he told us at the
yeah,
beginning all the
yeah,
foreshadowing we needed.
uh-huh, yeah.
The deep kisses plus that cat eating scene is gold. Lance Hendricks is one of the reasons I prefer Man's Best Friend over Cujo. Love
Mm,
Hendrickson more than Wallace personally. Well, he's just great. He's great. He makes the B movie action movie stand out. Like
yeah.
if you see him in Stone Cold, he's
Yeah,
he's a
I just
great villain.
Henriksen's just one of those guys who you watch him in some crap movie and you're like, why has this guy been relegated to these kinds of movies? Because he's such a phenomenal actor. He's got so much presence. It's just like he just lends weight to anything. Um, yeah, I love him. I mean, I loved him in Millennium, the TV show Millennium. Uh, that guy knows how to carry something. It's just for whatever reason, he's just ended up, yeah, not always getting the A-list material. It's
Well, one thing I want to add, Michael Bihn's going to be at the Comic Con I'm going to. I want to ask him. I think you were on the trajectory of. I still think you're one of the greatest action stars, like Stallone, Arnold level. Like if he would have been cast in movies like that, but I think he took
mm,
more of he wanted to do more acting. That's what it
yeah,
feels like. He wanted to do more
yeah,
acting stuff. Like when he did Tombstone, he got to stretch his be the
mm,
villain, and he's done other really great work here and there. But
yeah.
he's done great action movies where he's been a big force in it. Well, look all the versions of Kyle Reese we've gotten that are just terrible.
Ugh,
Oh, like awful.
yeah.
Although I do like the Sarah Connor Chronicles. I've only seen the first season, but I really liked it.
Yeah, I got halfway through season two and for some reason stopped watching. Not because I wasn't enjoying it, I was actually really getting into it. I think it's the fact that I know it doesn't end properly that kind of made
Yeah.
me. I just kind of, yeah, dried up for whatever reason. Stopped watching it, but
I
I
really
do need
like
to
the
go back and finish
idea.
it.
I like the idea of a Terminator rebuilding himself.
Hmm.
Like when it goes in and rebuilds himself and stuff. I thought,
Yeah.
why didn't they do this in a movie? This would have been
Yeah.
great.
Here we go. What's this? So I think it's. They're not blowing the house up yet, have we? We're talking so much. I'm missing most of the film,
I,
but
I like I like
yeah.
when they laugh though while they're doing
They,
room.
it's just for spite. It's pure spite. It's just
Yeah.
like, hey, let's blow up their house. Yeah. It's like, look at them.
Look at that explosion though.
That is a nice explosion, man. Look at all the wood. Look at all the shrapnel. That's great.
I know they
Yeah.
got to use a lot of CGI now because it's
Yeah.
safety and all. I get it, but these old movies, seeing these explosions, they really did this stuff. Like,
Yeah. You can't beat that. You just can't beat that. Have you seen Mask of Zorro, the Antonio Banderas one?
oh yeah, I saw it in the theater back in
Yeah,
the
that explosion at the end of that
yeah.
film when they just blow that mine up is just that's like my go-to when I'm thinking about what are the best movie explosions. That's one of the best.
Actually, one of my favorites is James Cameron did with the truck in Terminator, and it comes out of the fire. Like
Mm,
when he exploded
yeah,
that model truck and everything, that's pretty
yeah,
impressive. I know it was just a model, but that
yeah.
was cool. And it holds up. And there's Michael Bay blowing up everything.
He's got a signature explosion though. You know a Michael Bay explosion because for some bizarre reason fireworks always start coming out of it. It's just weird.
I know. I think I saw Ron Howard in an interview with Backdraft where he said, yeah, they went through a lot of prep for those fire that end
Mm,
scene in Backdraft of exploding everything. And
yeah. I
the
feel like
Deep Cut podcast says, have you read this book? Not Bad for a Human. It's awesome. Not Bad for a Human.
no, I've
No.
not heard of that one. What's that about?
Friday the 13th, Part 7 Explosion. Yeah, it had a pretty good one at the end there. Not a good movie, but good explosion.
Dee Wallace was a good looker man back then.
Oh, yeah.
Just
She
saying.
rocked short hair really well. She could rock
And,
the short
uh,
before anyone was doing it.
I remember being a teenager and thinking, I know I'm supposed to be into the sister, but I'm more into the mom.
Yeah. Oh, when I met her, I know she's older now, but when I met her, I was like, she's not a tall person at all, but the camera
Mm,
angles in Cujo,
yeah.
because I guess it's through the dogs, she looks a lot taller than she is. She's only like 5'3" or something, like 5'4". She's very small. Like,
All right. All right. So apparently not bad for a human. Obviously that, yeah, because it's a quote from Aliens. That's Lance Henriksen's book about his
oh,
life
okay.
and journey to film. Thank you for letting me know about that. I'm going to get that. I'll. I wonder if that's on Audible. Because do you know if they've done an audio version of it?
It
Because I
might be
do
on
like.
Spotify. I listen to a lot of
Mm,
things on Spotify. So
I have Audible, so I buy them. Um, that one I was telling you about with the all the action here movie stars, I got that on Audible, and if you've not read it, man, I'd strongly
yeah,
recommend
I gotta
you
read
get
that
it.
one for sure.
It's that like you'd get so much out of that book. I'm telling you.
Oh, he bought it from him from a convention.
All right.
He bought it from
Wow.
sweet. And there you go. You know, all the family getting back together,
Yeah.
like Bryan said, about
I love how the
family.
cat is in the mailbox. Charlie goes off on his space adventures. I reckon it'd been funny if they'd have gone in at the end and found that the house wasn't quite the same. So they find things in the wrong place, like the kitchen unit is in the bedroom and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
get those eggs. Those eggs look pretty
Mm.
gnarly.
Can you say sequel? Yeah,
Yeah, I like
great,
it. It
great
holds
film.
up.
Yeah,
I think it's a little feels a little quicker than Gremlins too. Like
yeah.
if you
I
don't have a lot
mean,
of time.
it's an hour and 21 minutes.
Yeah.
That's it. The credits are rolling at an hour and 21 minutes. I wish more movies were like that. I like being able to come in and go, you know what, I've got just over an hour to kill. Boom, I want to stick something fun on. Not everything has to be like 2 hours. So many times I'm like, oh, I'm really in the mood for such and such, and then I look at it and I'm like, oh man, it's 2 hours 20 or 2 hours 10. I'm like, I don't have that much time. I don't want
Especially
to spend
like
that much time.
my wife and I, we settle in around
Yeah,
9:30. I got to
Yeah.
get up at 5 in the morning, so I want a 90-minute movie usually.
Yeah.
That's why we'll watch an episode of TV sometimes because it's a
Mm.
little it's a little quicker. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I just go to Tubi because all my action movies are only like
Yeah.
87 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's it, innit? A lot of those 80s action movies, they're all 90-minute things because they catered to a specific audience. They had a particular formula. They like to get in, get out. You know what you're getting. But, yeah.
Like the Simpsons episode when they rebuilt Flanders House. I am not much of a Simpsons fan, so I don't know half the episodes on that thing.
I've not seen Simpsons in years just because I mean, it boggles my mind that show is still going. And I don't mean reruns, but like literally new episodes still being made.
Right?
I think it's I think they're into the 40s now in terms of how many seasons. Like
That's crazy.
It's insanity. It's been going since the late 80s, and they're still making it. Like that just boggles my mind. Like if you sat down right now to watch every episode of The Simpsons, it's going to take you 5 years to get through it all.
Yeah. Well, it took me 3 months to get through 9 seasons of 24. It took me 3 months, and that was binging a lot of it. Like,
yeah,
because I wasn't doing much on the channel. I want to get, and I still haven't recorded my ranking yet. But I mean, I'm pretty familiar with a lot of those seasons. It's one of the shows I'm very familiar with. Actually,
yeah.
it's one of the ones I rewatch a lot. So
it's a great show.
Yeah.
I need to do a rewatch of 24. It's been too long since I watched it.
It's it has its ups and downs like everything else, but the first 5 are just solid gold.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. Third season for me is the best. I mean that might change if I do a rewatch, but based on memory and how I felt at the time,
I just don't like the way they've left the character in limbo. I hate that when they just and I know Kiefer Sutherland has gone. They are in writing stages, but because when they got to go through so many channels now.
Yeah.
And he says, I would like the proper ending to Jack Bauer, but
yeah,
that's why I like seasons. I don't know if you remember season 7 where he gets the nuclear, the radiation, and then he's confessing his sins at the end to the rabbi. I think it's a rabbi or it's like he's sitting there in the bed dying and basically saying, everyone could be forgiven. He says, you have no idea what I've done. And I go, that's a perfect ending to that character.
Yeah.
That was a perfect ending because everything he's done, he does have regrets. He just, he has to make a decision, right? Yeah. And he knows the decision.
He doesn't do it because he likes it. He does it because it's necessary.
Yeah. And that's what it plays. Yeah. And I just love that you just don't see a character like that has to make these decisions.
He's got to make choices where it's like I literally have to set my feelings aside and bury them and just go off whatever is the most logical choice right here, right now, because seconds matter. It's like, yeah,
exactly.
But because I mean that's the biggest thing with me with season 3 was like one of the most memorable sequences of any TV show ever was that scene when he caps Ryan Chappelle.
Yeah.
Because everything leading up to it, I'm like, I know he's going to get Chappelle out of this. I just don't know how he's going to do it. Because he always manages it. He always manages to find a way. And then he, boom, pops him and the episode ends. And I'm like, no. It's okay. No, they want you to think he's done it, but the next episode they're going to show you what it is he's done. He'll have grazed him at the side of the head or whatever. And then the next episode comes on, and nope, Chappelle's dead, and you're just like,
yeah, and that's and at the end of the episode where he breaks down, he's breaking down in the car.
Yeah,
just it's crying. It's everything that's happened that day, especially that moment, especially.
Yeah.
And then they're like, Bauer, we need you. We got to question somebody. And he shakes it off. And he goes, I'm on my way. It's like, man, that's what I was telling Clayton. I said, I'll go on record. Jack Bauer is the toughest character I've ever seen, even more than Rambo. Like he's a highly trained, not just like physically, can hold a gun, can do amazing things, but it's all psychological too. He goes places that no one else will, like, and that's what's so fascinating, I think.
Yeah.
Batman would beat him. Probably.
He would. Batman beats Superman, so
yeah.
You know. There's like all characters, you got the top tier of what they're capable of there, and then you've got Batman. That's just the rules, just the way it is.
I was just thinking of you guys because whenever I watch I did a Cobra recording this morning for my action podcast, and how it's a play on Dirty Harry, and how, you know, the cops got to play within these rules, and the killers don't, right? And I was thinking that Ra's al Ghul line, you know, justice will be served. He said, what's he say? He says, criminals thrive on the indulgence of society's understanding. Such a great line. Like,
it is
trying to explain to Batman, like, he is going to be justice is going to be delivered no matter what.
Yeah. I feel like that's the UK at the minute. I feel like that line sums up the UK and where we're at the minute. Yeah.
It's a great line. I always loved that part in Batman Begins, when he's showing him and trying to teach him and all that kind of stuff. So,
all right, there we go. Critters. But what would you give Critters out of 5?
Oh, I give it a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I give it a 4 out of 5. For the 9-10-year-old me, it would be saying 5. It's a 5-star film. And for sheer nostalgia, something that I don't often really let kind of get hold of me. Sheer nostalgia, it's a 5. The enjoyment and stuff, it's a 5. But like, when I start looking at things from a more objective kind of level, and I know one can never be truly objective, but if I try and view it more objectively, then
it's like when I started getting into reviewing movies, I'm like, I'd go by my heart mostly, and sometimes I still do, but it's like, you can't go by my letterbox all the time and my reviews, because I'm trying to think. I'm trying not to have emotional attachment to it. I'm trying to say, okay, for order a 5 out of 5 film to work for me, you have to check all the boxes.
Yeah.
I love First Blood, but I give it a 4.5 for the sheer fact I think it kind of loses its pacing just a little near the end in the caves. I just think he's there too long, and there's a couple lines Rambo says that I don't find fits the character, but I have to address that stuff. Now, is it a 5 out of 5? It's one of my favorite. It's second favorite film of all time for me, First Blood. I love it that much. But when I'm reviewing, I'm trying to put myself into a more. That's why I like to break everything down and say, okay, is it perfect really? And well, some movies you'll never change my mind on, but that's why when you talk about Rambo 2, I go, oh, Bryan's not wrong. And then when I rewatch it, I'm going, you know, I really like this co-character. They just waste her, because she was kind of a cool character. They could have done more with her and Rambo. Why didn't they? They kill her just so he can go on a rampage.
Yeah.
Don't you see the fault there? Like, I don't know. Stuff like that. And then I go, yeah, I guess I can't give it. As a kid, I love it. It's probably a 4.5 out of 5. And I still think it's a fun action film.
Yeah.
But
I think there's a difference between what we like and what we know to be quality. Like, and that's fine. That's okay. Like, I there's no way on God's green earth that I can make a case that Critters is a technically better made film than something like Yorgos Lanthimos' Poor Things. But I hate Poor Things. Hate it.
Right.
It just doesn't do it for me. I can look at it and go, yep, on every craftsmanship level, that's an outstanding film. Production design, the editing, the performances, the lighting, the camera work, just all of that stuff is like top tier. But I just, do not like it. Do not like it. And yet I can look at Critters and it's like, okay, it's got some shoddy effects. The budget really lets it down. It's
Right.
dated a bit. It's a bit hokey. But man, I enjoy it. I have a good time when I watch it. So for me, it's a better film in that regard, even though I know on a technical level it's not, and that's fine. It's I think as
That's
long as we can admit that,
that's why it's so hard. Like I'll return to most Rambo movies before any Mission Impossible movie.
mm,
But when I put Mission Impossible like Fallen, it's perfect. When I
yeah,
watched Mission Impossible 3, I go, how come no one has this one? This is a top tier Mission Impossible
yeah,
movie for me.
it's great.
I just love it. But I'd probably return to Rambo more just because I'm nostalgic and
Mm,
I just return to those old movies more. But me and the wife, we went through most of the Mission Impossible movies. I still have to watch the last one, I think.
right,
The last two,
yeah,
I think. I got to watch
they're
completely.
cracking it, is
But
it?
the franchises got better and better and better. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Fallout's perfect for me. Just although that's another one that Clayton smokes a bit of crack on because he's
oh, Fallout's great.
yeah,
Fallout's the best. Like, I love it. I've always,
yeah,
like, when I first watched it, I really liked it.
yeah.
But now, mind you, with his Transformers thing, I think Bumblebee, the one Travis Knight did, is the best.
Right,
It's got the most character work to it.
yeah.
And
I,
oddly enough, he's the one doing the new He-Man. So that's got
Oh,
one good
is
thing.
that him? Is that
That's
him
him. Yeah,
doing?
Travis
Okay.
Knight's doing the
Right.
new. So I'm pretty hard on the trailer. It does not look great to me yet. Although some
I'm not a He-Man fan. I have memories of it as a kid, particularly the figures that we had as kids that we played with from the show. But it's one of those that I don't. The nostalgia doesn't kind of shape my thinking on it. Like I look at it now and I think, yeah, the animated show now. If you watch it, it just looks crap. Sorry for anyone who disagrees, but I just think it looks a bit crap now. So I have no kind of illusions as to what the franchise is. So when I saw that trailer, I was like, you know what, that it's gonna bomb at the box office, but it looks okay. Like
yeah,
it looks like it's tapping in to whatever was special about it as a kid, even though I watch it now and think, yeah, it's got nothing going for it. But yeah, I'll give it a watch. But I do think it's going to bomb because I think it's appealing to an audience that just isn't there anymore.
that's what I
Um,
think. Like my kids have no interest in coming to watch it with me at
mhm,
all. Even showing
yeah.
them the trailer and now with the cartoon, when I go back and watch it, it's like there was always a moral lesson with each episode.
Mhm.
He-Man would always go, see, Skeletor tried to do the easy way, but you can't. I'm hoping there's something not like that, but I'm hoping there's a
Yeah,
moral dilemma
yeah.
within this story that kind of like sink our teeth into. But it feels like it's going to be another John Carter. It feels like it's going to bomb
Mm,
and then it's going to get a life kind of after the fact.
yeah.
That's what I'm feeling with that right now.
I mean, they did a good job with that last Dungeons and Dragons film. Um, that that was quite surprising.
Bryan used to think Revenge of the Fallen was the best Transformers movie until I talked some sense into it.
That's a rewriting of history there for anyone who actually has the indignity of reading that comment from Clayton there. It was him who thought that Revenge of the Fallen was the best, and we had an argument about it until he got red in the face and then
which
rewatched the
which one
film.
is that?
It's the second one that had no
Oh
script
god.
because they made it during a writer's strike, and you can literally tell. You're watching the film and like, yeah, they've made that up on the day because they've got no script. It's like, yeah, bloody terrible. I still think
Yeah.
the original Transformers film, like the first one, I mean, the first of the live action
It's
ones, is
fun.
the best. Yeah, that's probably my favorite, and I kind of think I'm done after that. I can quite happily not watch anymore after that because I think,
Yeah, I usually just watch Bumblebee or that one. The
yeah,
rest I could care less for.
yeah,
Um Same with like Pirates of the Caribbean. The first one is the only one I watch. I
mm,
can't be bothered with anything. after
See,
that.
Pirates of the Caribbean, I love the second one, but because it's the first half of a story that is resolved in the third one, and
True, yeah.
the third one is an absolute dog turd. It kind of brings the second one down. Again, Pirates of the Caribbean, the third film, written during a writer's strike. It was just they were literally writing as they were making it, as they were shooting it, which is never a good recipe for making a film that's going to be worth seeing.
I'm surprised how many films do that and they end up being somewhat watchable. Like I can't think of any offhand, but there's so many that they're saying was right. They were writing this while they were. I think Gladiator was like that. They are actually
Yeah,
getting like, how
Gladiator
did
was
that
like
end
that.
up being
Yeah,
so good like
yeah.
that? Like
There's
that's
no way Gladiator should have ended up best
yeah,
best picture,
yeah,
best picture Oscar winner.
right.
Oh yeah.
Like there's so many it's fairly decent movies that were like, wow, they were writing this
Hmm.
as they were shooting it or something along the
Yeah.
lines of that. It's like that's crazy. Whereas other ones you can tell.
Yeah. Revenge of the Fallen, you can definitely tell. Pirates of the Caribbean, you can definitely tell.
Halloween five. No, not for me. It's not. Halloween's
No,
not
it's a
perfect
four.
because
It's a four for me.
it's a. I think I had it 4.5. I just don't like Annie in it. I think she's annoying.
Hmm.
I think Annie's
I,
kind of.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just feel like if Jamie Lee Curtis hadn't have gone on to become the well-known actress that she is, I just don't think the character of Laurie Strode would be such a big deal as people make her out to be, because she isn't.
I have. I did a Final Girls list once, and she was on there, but she wasn't.
Mm.
No, I had Ripley and Sarah Connor. I count them as Final Girls. I don't care
Yeah,
what anyone says.
yeah, yeah. Of
I had
course.
them at the top. I mean, how do you go wrong with Sarah Connor?
Yeah,
She's the
either one
mother
of
of the
them.
future, man.
Yeah, both Ripley and Sarah Connor are just like they're the gold standards that all of the female action characters are measured by. End of.
Michael Myers 3709 said, I think Stallone's lockup was basically still being written as they made it. Yeah, I like that one personally. Again, it's
It's
another
been a
one
while since I've seen it, but I watched that quite a bit as a kid because that was one of my brother's favorites.
You and your brother got to do like a podcast of like, this action movie sucks. No, I like this. Yeah, that's one franchise, Clayton. I could never resonated with me. It just never got. I like the first one. I think it's clever. I do. Sydney's, she can be a badass, but I don't know. I've just it's never resonated. I got to do. I'm going to probably do a ranking of it and actually sit down and watch them all. But I won't disregard that opening scene in Scream. One of the best. It was really, really well done.
This is one of those few things that me and Clayton do agree on. It's like when we're talking Final Girls, I'm Sarah Connor and Ripley, but if we're just talking pure horror, like just a straight up horror franchise, no sci-fi or action element, then yeah, for me, I'll go with Sidney Prescott as well, because I do think Scream is the most consistent slasher franchise out there, given how many movies they've got. People are ragging on the latest movie. I don't think it's as bad as people are making out, and I don't think it's the worst Scream film either. And even the worst Scream film, I still give a 3 out of 5. So yeah, I think it's a pretty consistent franchise.
Yeah, I will give it that. From what I've only seen up to 4, I haven't seen anything past 4. So, and 4, I don't even remember that much. So I do have the box set though. I have most of the movies, so I might give it a watch.
Michael Myers 3709. Yes, that last comment. Everything about that last comment, 100%. I agree with. Love that comment.
Yeah, she's drunk and he's
comment.
too.
Yeah, it's just like right there. And that's coming from clearly a Halloween fan, because his handle is Michael Myers 3709. So if he can accept that, then yeah, absolutely, 100% agree.
I've often said, everyone rags on Alice from the original Friday the 13th, but she's not doing anything more stupid than what Jamie Lee's doing
No.
And except for Jamie's got she's protecting the children. She's got like a goal, like hiding the children, but
Yeah.
then she locks herself in a closet. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
And
get it.
I mean, that one, that she not only does she keep tossing the weapon away, but then she turns her back on the. She'll crouch there and turn her back on the body of the person who's just been trying to kill her. Like,
Yeah.
who would do that?
Yeah.
Just from a purely preservation kind of instinct, you would not turn your, even if you think they're dead, even if you're certain they're dead, even if you put a bullet in them, you would not then sit down and turn your back to them, just sobbing. Like, I would turn with my back against the wall so that I can still see where they are and maybe start sobbing.
Did you see Hush?
The Mike Flanagan one?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while.
So she was one of in my top 10 list of final girls. And what I liked is that she's thinking the scenario out. So if I run this way, okay, I'm going to die. I don't have the strength to pull the thing back on the crossbow. I said, wow, he's actually, and Mike Flanagan and that's his wife. They would actually go into their apartment and he would actually push the door against her to see if he could actually do the stuff that she does in that movie, see if it would work. And I go, what? Yeah. I like that. I like how he's thinking. And he's like, let's give a really grounded version of Halloween, basically. That's what he said he was trying to make. They were just trying to make a little Halloween film.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really curious about his he's got Carrie coming out in October, the miniseries. So like the 8-episode reimagining.
Yeah, that's gonna be, I reckon that'll be, I mean, Carrie's one of the big ones in it when it comes to Stephen King adaptations. So I think if he's doing that as a series, it's going to be pretty big.
Yeah, and he's shooting The Exorcist right now as we speak. 5 is really good, Jason. It's my second favorite. I've heard people say 5 sucks. I've heard other people say it's really good. So
yeah, I think it's really good. I think both me and Clayton put it second on our ranking.
H20 tried to be a Scream movie. Yeah, I can see that. I'm not big on H2O.
I can see that, and I agree with that, but I don't necessarily think that's what makes it terrible. I think if you took the visual aesthetic from Halloween 2018 and you made H2O with that visual aesthetic, with that Michael Myers and that visual aesthetic, that would easily be my favorite Halloween film. Easily.
There are some good things in it. I think it almost feels like the opening's directed by someone completely different than the rest of the movie. The opening has some good stuff in it, and I do like Laurie for the most part. There's some line delivery I find, like when she's got the gun and she's like, "What do we do now?" and she's like, "Try to live." It just, I don't know. This doesn't work. Yeah. Some of her performance, it loses me at some points, but for the most part, I do like it. The Michael Myers, the final girls on Friday, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 were all more badass than Laurie.
I can't argue with that. I really can't argue with that. I think that the final girl in Friday 2 definitely got more going on for it than Laurie Strode.
Oh, I will say that. Yeah, Ginny's a favorite.
Big time. And I'm you know me, I hate Friday the 13th.
No, you're not a Friday fan.
It's like,
will you give the show? Are you going to give the show a go, Crystal Lake? I know I definitely will. But that's me, because it sounds like they are going to be going into more character with Pamela and stuff like that. So
I'll probably give it a watch. Yeah, but
H2O is maybe 95% Scream, 5% Halloween. Now, I've often said on my channel, I said in the original Friday the 13th, what I would have done, I would have had Annie come to the camp and Pamela Voorhees is passing the kitchen off to her. So there, you're introduced to her. She seems not like a main character, and says, "No, I'm done with this camp and stuff like that. The kitchen's yours now. I'm just a friend of the Steve Christie, their family and everything." And then you don't see her again. At least you would have saw her and she interacted with the
Yeah.
And I think that would have made the film a little better.
Yeah. Yeah. I just
But
think
I'm a Friday guy. I can't help it. I think Halloween's overrated though as a franchise.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
at least
Absolutely.
Friday knows it's fun and you're just there for
Hmm.
what it is. And some of the Halloween sequels, I just can't do, man. I just can't.
I think with Halloween, what it is, it's the fans that have made it kind of just fall down a few pegs for me. It's just like I was a fan at one point. Like, I enjoyed the franchise. I could have watched any of them, with maybe except the third one,
Mhm.
and have some level of enjoyment, and maybe with the exception of Resurrection as well. But like the way that the hardcore fans, talk about it as if it's the be all and end all, as if like as if it's on the level of something like the Alien franchise. I'm like, you're smoking crack, guys. It's a dude in a mask going at people with a knife, and it's the same crap every single film. Nothing changes, and it's like, fine if like I'm fine if you like that. That's great, but can we please not pretend like this is Citizen Kane filmmaking or anything like that? Like,
Yeah, I've like I like the first movie and I get enjoyment out of some of the movies. Now, I'm not the one you talk to about Halloween because on some weird level, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 with the way Laurie's character arc, where she kind of goes crazy, I kind of like. I like that movie. So I tell people don't go by me about Halloween rankings because you won't like it, um but you're right. It's the same. It's same with any fandom now too, Brian. Like the
yeah.
Star Wars. Oh,
Oh man,
holy cow!
stay
Like
away from that.
I haven't seen it in my comments as much when I reviewed some of the Star Wars films. It's like the original Star Wars movie. I appreciate it, but it's my wife can't even keep her eyes open during that movie. She's tried so many times when she tried to watch it with me.
Yeah.
I don't think George Lucas is a good director.
Not at all. Not
I
at
don't
all.
think he can handle actors at all.
He's not a good
Um
writer either.
yeah.
He's a good writer in terms of building a story, in terms of like laying out the plot, but his dialogue is terrible, and his direction is even worse. So you have these moments of dialogue that just come off really flat because he doesn't get the right level of emotion out of his performers. And that's so evident by the fact that as soon as Irving Kershner comes in for Empire, was it Irving
Oh,
Kershner or was
yeah.
that, yeah?
Yeah.
As soon as he comes in for Empire,
Changes
the
completely.
dynamic completely shifts. The visual flair is there. Uh, the He's able to get more emotion out of things. It's yeah, it's chalk and cheese.
Yeah.
Like, and if you look at every other thing that George Lucas has done outside of that, the evidence is there that that guy just does not know how to direct. He is not an actor's director. He knows how to build a world. He knows how to handle special effects. That's his strength, and that's what he should stick to.
Instead of running and screaming, Nancy from A Nightmare on Elm Street used cunning, skill, and ingenuity to fight Freddy. She was awesome. Yeah, I really like Nancy, and I think Wes Craven wrote Sydney and Nancy, so I almost feel like they're, I don't know, they're not twin sisters, but there's a similarity. I think.
Well, I mean, he directed them. He didn't write. He didn't write Sydney, but
Oh, right. Sorry, that's
yeah,
Kevin Williamson.
Kevin Williamson. Yeah. So
But I feel like there's a similarity there. But
yeah, there definitely is, because obviously Kevin Williamson is very much inspired by all those movies of the 80s, Halloween and Freddy and all that. Like, Wes Craven himself would have been a huge inspiration on what he wrote when he wrote Scream. So yeah, moving on. Clayton once again. Smoking
Lucas is not a
far
great
too many
storyteller.
drinks.
His imagination is off the charts. Directing is not his strong suit. Well,
No.
hey, I just watched Kingdom of the Apes with my son, and it's a Star Wars. It's basically this ape goes on a journey like Luke does. It's
Mm.
kind of, it had a New Hope feel to it. Way better though.
Yeah. 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 Oh,
The guy,
I'd take Kingdom over over New Hope any day of the week. I don't know. People will say I'm smoking something with that, but I find that for that original Star Wars film, I just find overrated. And people's love for Darth Vader as this amazing villain, he's a non-character in that first Star Wars film. If we hadn't have got Empire Strikes Back, if Star Wars hadn't have been as successful as it was, and then we got no sequel, tell me what the character is, the Darth Vader in that first Star Wars film. There's no character there. He's just someone who wants to take over the universe, and that's it. It's one note, completely one note. Any character for him just doesn't arrive until Empire. It's only once we learn in the back end of that film that he's Luke's father that he starts to become interested. But yeah.
Yeah, Vader. I've always loved Vader. But yeah, you're right though. Empire's where I think he's the best. I think that's the best performance there. We always loved that movie. I got Rogue One as my second favorite Star Wars movie.
I think it's mine. I think I've got it as my second.
I got Empire, then Rogue One.
Yeah.
And
Rogue One may have gone up to my first now because, like, I had such a love for Force Awakens because for me, I just felt like that took. People always say, "Oh, it's just a remake of New Hope." Yeah, it is, but everything's done better on every conceivable level. It's better, and people will be like switching off right now as I say that, but I just think it is. But unfortunately, it was followed by 2 sequels that just had differences of opinion about the direction in which that story was going.
And I'll say, I just watched not that long ago Knives Out. Rian Johnson can direct a movie. He's very, very good.
Phenomenal, yeah.
I just didn't like the character. I just didn't like the character decisions in The Last Jedi, but I liked everything. Like there's stuff I liked in it that I'd never seen before. But
see, I like The Last Jedi. I like the direction it was going in. I like what it had to say. And I think if they'd have just followed through with wherever it was they were intending to go, rather than bottling out because of the fan reaction and going, oh crap, we got to do a course correction, and then completely rewriting the third film and almost ignoring everything from the second, thereby destroying the whole journey that they'd taken us on. I just think that cocked it up, and because of that, Force Awakens isn't as good to me anymore because again, it's a bit like
it's like a waste of a trilogy now. It's just the whole thing's just wasted.
It's like Dead Man's Chest. You got Dead Man's Chest for Pirates of the Caribbean, really great film, and then you find out, oh, they didn't actually know where they were going, so that makes Dead Man's Chest kind of come down a few. So I think Rogue One would, if I did a ranking today, Rogue One would probably be my number 1.
Yeah, I've always loved Rogue One. I just like the grittiness of it, the grittiness of it, and even the Obi-Wan show I didn't mind. I thought Vader was pretty badass in that. Like I don't know if you've seen it, but he's.
I have.
I liked Vader, and I like how he's pulling people out of their homes, and he's not like they just showed how badass he could be.
I just thought the fight scene with him and Obi-Wan was ridiculous, where he's so overpowered and stuff, and yet he has just a wall of fire in front of him, and that stops him. Really? Come on.
Yeah. All the TV series. I mean, the Star Wars fans are just. There's some who love it, some who hate it. Like it just depends who you are. I think the Emperor is a better villain than Vader.
I was just going to say I'm with Clayton on this.
Yeah,
I agree with Clayton on this.
Creates more plot and drama and is better written. Well, I didn't do a video on it, but when I was thinking of my favorite villains, obviously Darth Vader's really up there, but I'm like, man, I like Khan so much in Star Trek.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Do I have more nostalgia with Vader? I like the look of him, but Khan is so good. This says he's only in one episode in the original and one movie. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Right. I'm gonna have to call it a night, guys, because
Yep.
I'm gonna put my kids to bed.
I'm gonna go get supper started. And then Clayton, get ready. I'm coming to get you.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to tune in for that just to give Clayton some ribbing.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, everyone, 50% of Critters and Gremlins. So I think I voted twice and Bryan voted twice. So
It didn't count. It didn't count my second vote though.
oh, did it? He said, "Bring it." Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in for Critters and all that. A lot of fun. Hanging out with you, Bryan, watching a movie. Nice and chill. I like doing these watch parties for that because it's a lot of fun just to talk about nothing really. But yeah, this was a lot of fun, guys. So I will see you next time for sure. Just let me pull my outro up here. I'll see you guys next time, and I'll see you in the movies. Cheers.